Hello, this is Father David from St. Andrew's Episcopal Church, San Antonio, Texas. And I'd like to share with you one short video for this week. The most important thing we do during the week is to try to practice the presence of God in our daily life. And by this, I don't really mean saying a prayer or doing something religious all the time. It just means trying to stay present to God while I'm doing other things. So it's presence while doing. One of the hardest things really is that in our day, it seems like we are extra busy, and if we're not extra busy doing things one after another, that we're not really being good people, or we're not being true Americans, or we're not being a good parent, or we're not being good at work if we're not constantly busy. That busyness seems to me, when we're rushing about from one thing to the next, makes it very difficult to be conscious of the presence of God while we're doing our life. So my practice is to try and do one thing at a time, even if I'm doing it quickly, but doing one thing at a time as if this was the most important thing I could be doing, trusting this is, in religious terms, God's will for this moment, and take a breath and be conscious and present and do the one thing at a time. So this is a very hard practice for me, probably for lots of you as well. But in the middle of your day, the most important thing is to stay present to God as you do one thing at a time. This is the practice of the presence of God. This is what it means to be in the kingdom of God, knowing God, conscious of God, the presence, the divine consciousness while you're doing your life. Practicing this religious life has not much to do with Sunday morning. It's not much to do with what happens for that 1 hour on Sunday. But practicing the presence of God and staying mindful and conscious of the one life that's in all things while we're doing our lives, that's really what life's all about. So try not to rush. Try not to be too busy. It's not a badge of honor. It's really a state of unconsciousness. So, one thing at a time, and I'll try and do it myself as well. Thanks, have a great week.